Hey guys, how's it going? Well, today I'm going to give you an update about what's doing in the van build. Transit Connect 2010. So, let's take a look, shall we? What we have here is a bunch of little bits of styrofoam. I had a lot of waste material, a couple pieces there, one I'm using for my glue drip. After building my door thing and putting this piece in. So instead of wasting all these little bits, I kind of look like, well, not, kind of look like this, but more oddly shaped. I just kind of break them up into little pieces and put them in. That does two things. Number one, it insulates the wheel well. Number two, it productively makes use of the waste polystyrene, so I don't have to throw it in the garbage. Time to get some groceries. Okay, let's see what we got. Bagels, soy milk, Cheerios are on sale, pasta sauce, big bag of spinach, some Brazil nuts, bananas, oranges, apples, and pears. And there's a tomato and avocado in there for my salad as well. So on this window area, I have one layer of polystyrene, and the idea is I want to keep this ledge. So if I take this piece, eventually this is going to be like that, and it's going to come straight up. This will be covered, come straight up to here, and then I'm going to have a ledge for a shelf, and that'll be part of my shelving unit. Let's talk about the door. This door took me quite amount of time to insulate, like 3 days, 3 hours each, 9 hours. And here we have plywood or that white vinyl material. Now with the plywood, what I did was I just wrapped it in the tape to try to make it waterproof. I was going to do this whole thing with the polyurethane to coat it to make it waterproof, but I'm trying to get this done, and I just don't want to spend time to do all that. There's a small gap there, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to cover it over. Probably going to use Luan to cover this because it's flexible, cheap, and easy to work with. And I'm probably just going to paint it. Not sure what color to paint it yet. I'm thinking white, but wouldn't mind doing something a little bit different. Starbucks, Home Depot. Perfect combination for one awesome itch. When I bought this van, it was missing the driver's side rear hubcap cover thing. I think I'm just going to take them all off. Do-do-do. How do I do this thing? Yeah. Get rid of all of them. Make it matching. Like the Road Warrior look, man. Road Warrior. There, right. So the ceiling is mostly finished. I think I'm just going to cover this with like weather stripping or something to make sure I have as much headroom as possible. And the installation area is, like I said, it's mostly finished. So, yep, here we have it. So, I think I'm gonna grab some breakfast here. Well, it's not really breakfast, it's 11 o'clock, so it's more like brunch. But I just had my cup of tea, and usually that'll tide me over for a while. But I want to get started on the van, so gotta eat something first. So I'm gonna have some soy milk. Actually, people might be saying, why'd you buy 2 containers? The other one's in there. I'm in my backpack. They're 2 for $3.50 or 1 for $4.29, so that made that choice easy. I don't really. It's kind of a slight risk buying 2 when you're doing the whole cooler thing. But soy milk actually lasts way longer than regular milk unrefrigerated, so I'm not worried. It won't last forever, that's for sure, but it does pretty well. I'm going to have some of that. I'm going to have some of my nuts, Brazil nuts. I'm going to have a bagel and a banana, and that's going to be breakfast. With these bagels, one thing I'll tell you, as I'm sure you're familiar if you live in a van, if you eat things like this that are like a little bit smelly, it will smell out your entire van. Even one bagel will smell out the van. You're like, whew, what's that smell? That's my bagels. So I think I'm going to keep them in the front seat today in the Express. This area, I just have a piece of polystyrene on the floor, and then I have this both taped and glued in place. It's a little bit movable in certain areas. And I'm going to, of course, continue up along here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the cover on this and then move up from the top. I need to, the reason I had to do the door first is because I need to extend this out by maybe 8 inches or so, so I can extend my storage area. I don't really need, the door is 2.7 feet wide, or maybe it's a little wider than that. I'm gonna have to double check that, but it's quite wide, and I'd rather use the space for storage than have a huge doorway. So I'll show you that it does actually open properly. If you can see right here. Is it raining? Nope. Don't worry, it will soon. So you can see here I curved it a little bit. Of course, the luans can be screwed right into the stuff. That's why I had the hard material along the sides. It's not pretty, but it'll look better once it's covered with finishing material. But as you can see, if I close it, closes nicely. I got a slight gap up here and all around the corners, but there shouldn't be any problem areas, I hope. There is a slight gap down here. You can't really see it, but with the rubber material, doesn't quite match the bottom area. So a little bit of air will be getting in there, but that's no big deal. I wonder what she's talking about. Something interesting, I'm sure. Some kind of teenage drama, life challenge. Maybe she's organizing a birthday party. Maybe she's thinking about what she's going to make for dinner later. Oh, she just spit. That was gross. Oh, she spit again. Oh, gross. Sorry, guys. I didn't want you to have to see that. But hey, this is everyday drama. Well, whatever your name is, I hope you have a great day, and I hope everything goes well for you. I should also say about the door, this is actually, on this side here, you can see it better. This part goes quite deep down there. It's the majority of the door, or at least, I don't know, not quite half, but quite a bit. On this side, that is like 3 layers deep of polystyrene, so That's like R9 since each layer is R3. So that will help. So you can see I've been in here for a while now, and condensation forming, even though it's not really cold outside. So this is what I've done since my last video clip. Glued this on top, put this piece here, put this piece up here, put the bottom piece in here, and this stuff. And I just finished doing this piece, which the glue is really wet, so I just kind of taped it in place. I don't expect the tape to stay there like that. I'll probably take some of it off, like this piece is just kind of holding it together there. Yep. Coming along slowly but surely. Alright guys, well there you have it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night.